The Sharks delivered one of the most emphatic performances of the United Rugby Championship season with a commanding 45-0 victory over Munster at Kings Park, a result that not only reignited their campaign but also deepened the growing concerns surrounding the Irish province. In a match shaped by physical dominance, tactical precision, and clinical finishing, the Durban outfit ran in 7 tries and kept their opponents scoreless in a one-sided contest that rarely looked competitive. The top line coming into the game, the Sharks were under pressure. Recent outings in South African derbies against the Lions and the Bulls had exposed weaknesses in their game, with their attack appearing blunt and their overall cohesion lacking. Those performances followed an encouraging double over the Stormers, making their form inconsistent and difficult to predict. However, the 3-week break leading into this clash proved transformative. Refreshed and refocused, the Sharks returned with renewed intensity and clarity, dismantling a Munster side that never found its rhythm. The visitors' preparation had been disrupted by travel issues, arriving a day late in the Southern Hemisphere due to a cancelled flight, and it showed in their performance. The Sharks wasted no time asserting their dominance. Within 7 minutes, Captain Phepsi Buthelezi was driven over from a powerful maul following a penalty kicked to the corner. It was a statement of intent and a clear indication of where the contest would be decided. Up front, the second try came in the 28th minute, again stemming from forward pressure. After earning another penalty and establishing a strong maul platform, the Sharks shifted the ball wide with precision. Debutant fullback Luan Giliomee finished in the corner, marking his first appearance with a try and underlining the confidence flowing through the home side. Munster, by contrast, struggled to impose themselves. Errors plagued their attacking efforts, particularly in the opposition 22. Handling mistakes from key moments, such as spills from Gavin Coombs in contact and Tom Ahern at the lineout, halted any momentum they attempted to build. By half-time, they trailed 12-0 and had yet to register a score, a reflection of both the Sharks' defensive discipline and Munster's lack of composure. The second half followed a similar pattern. In the 51st minute, a brilliant 50-22 kick from Giliomee turned defense into attack, placing the Sharks deep in Munster territory. From there, it was only a matter of time. With advantage being played, loosehead prop Fata Ghanaian powered over between defenders to extend the lead. Moments later, the bonus point try arrived. A well-executed move from a scrum near halfway saw the Sharks combine vision and execution. A clever kick down the touchline forced Munster into a scramble, and after a breakdown contest, Emile van Heerden finished off the move following slick interplay involving Grant Williams. At 26-0 with over 20 minutes remaining, the result was beyond doubt. Munster entered damage limitation mode, but even that proved difficult. Late tries from Leroux Malin and a brace from Makazole Mapimpi added further gloss to the scoreline. Mapimpi's contributions were particularly impressive, his first coming from a clever kick ahead after a handling error, and his second a stunning solo effort from deep inside his own half. Bad blood that never boiled. Given the history between these sides, there was an expectation of tension. Their previous meeting at Kings Park in a URC quarter-final had ended in controversy, with a dramatic penalty shootout overshadowed by gamesmanship and heated exchanges. However, this encounter lacked that edge. While there was a brief flare-up early on, it quickly dissipated. The reason was simple: the match never developed into a contest. Munster's struggles with execution and discipline meant they were unable to apply sustained pressure, and without that competitive balance, the emotional intensity never reached previous levels. Scrum supremacy. One of the defining aspects of the Sharks' performance was their dominance at the scrum. Entering the match as the most potent scrummaging side in the competition, they lived up to that reputation emphatically. Munster's front row had no answer. Multiple penalties were conceded in the first half alone, with Michael Milne and Michael Alatoa both struggling to contain the power and technique of their opponents. These infringements not only handed the Sharks territory but also provided the platform for their attacking mauls, which proved devastatingly effective. Even when Munster managed to win a couple of free kicks, the overall trend was clear. The disparity in scrummaging strength became even more pronounced when the Sharks introduced replacements Vincent Koch and Ox Ench. Their impact was immediate, driving Munster backwards and securing further penalties. This set-piece dominance had a cascading effect on the game. It allowed the Sharks to control territory, dictate tempo, and build pressure consistently. For Munster, it was a source of constant frustration and a major factor in their inability to mount any meaningful challenge. Munster's mounting problems. For Munster, this defeat represents more than just a poor performance, it is part of a worrying trend. After a strong start to the season, which included notable victories and a sense of renewed momentum under new leadership, their form has deteriorated significantly, losses have accumulated, and confidence appears to have eroded. The defeat to the Sharks highlighted several key issues: a struggling scrum, unreliable lineout, and an alarming number of handling errors. Perhaps most concerning was the lack of resilience. Unlike previous seasons, where Munster built their identity on grit and determination, this performance lacked the fight required at this level. Their position in the standings reflects these struggles. Once firmly in contention for the playoffs, they now find themselves under pressure from multiple directions. Results elsewhere in the league have tightened the table, and without a swift turnaround, their chances of reaching the knockout stages will diminish further. The return of key international players may provide a boost, but it will require more than personnel changes to address the underlying issues. A shift in attitude and execution is essential if they are to rediscover their early season form. The Sharks' resurgence. While Munster grapple with uncertainty, the Sharks appear to be rediscovering their identity. This victory was not just about the scoreline, it was about the manner in which it was achieved. Following a difficult start to the campaign, the team has undergone a transformation. The departure of head coach John Plumtree and the promotion of J.P. Peterson have brought a renewed sense of direction. There is a noticeable change in energy, cohesion, and belief within the squad. The Sharks' performance against Munster showcased their potential. Their forwards provided a solid platform, their backs executed with precision, and their defense remained resolute throughout. Importantly, the system appears adaptable, allowing both experienced players and newcomers to thrive. Luan Giliomee's debut was a perfect example. Stepping into the side, he delivered a composed and impactful performance, contributing both in attack and with his tactical kicking. His 50-22 was a turning point in the second half, demonstrating awareness and execution under pressure. Veterans like Makazole Mapimpi also played a crucial role. His late brace highlighted his enduring quality and ability to capitalize on opportunities. It also reflected the confidence running through the team, a belief that they can score from anywhere on the field. Looking ahead, this victory has significant implications for the Sharks' season. It positions them as genuine contenders for a late push into the playoffs, provided they can maintain consistency. With the talent at their disposal, they have always had the potential. Now, they appear to be realizing it. For Munster, the road ahead is far more challenging. Upcoming fixtures will test their resilience, and without immediate improvement, their campaign risks slipping further away. The arrival of key players may help, but the team must address its structural and issues to compete effectively. Conclusion: the Sharks' 45-0 victory over Munster was a comprehensive display of dominance, highlighting the gap between a team in ascendancy and one struggling for form. It was a match defined by physical superiority, tactical intelligence, and clinical execution. For the Sharks, it represents a turning point, a performance that could reignite their season and restore belief within the squad. For Munster, it serves as a stark warning. Without significant improvement, their ambitions for the season may remain unfulfilled. In the unforgiving environment of the United Rugby Championship, momentum is everything. On this evidence, the Sharks have found theirs, while Munster are still searching for answers.